What's up, everyone? Pongroomproductions here, coming at you with another movie review. And we just saw The Holdovers, and it was refreshingly good.
Indeed, just a good movie.
All around good movie. Very Christmassy. Get you in the holiday spirit, if I do say
It's a
so
Christmas
myself.
film. Yeah, absolutely.
Right out the gate, they're gonna hate this because of the ice.
I know that. I heard all
You know,
the
I know.
the bubbly carbonation. Yeah.
But right out the gate, on a 1 to 10 scale, I'm gonna go with an 8, a solid 8.
You read my mind. I'm giving it an 8 as well.
Okay, we came across the same number.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was just good. It was a little long, but it was very well paced.
Yeah.
Typical grouchy,
I think it's called a character study, this kind of film.
okay.
It's like a character study of the main. Well, I guess there's two main characters. There's Paul Giamatti, whose character's name is Paul, and then Dominic Sessa, the actor who plays Angus.
Okay.
And also the character Mary, played by Divine Joy Randolph. They're all three excellent performances.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes.
Great actors. Yeah.
The acting was top notch in this movie. The emotional parts were very felt.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot
got
of
a little teary myself.
there was a lot of sad moments followed by happy moments. A lot of just learning about the characters as the movie goes on. Nothing was really spelled out for you, and everything was kind of a surprise that you figured out along the way. If the characters didn't want to tell you something, they kind of kept it in, but eventually it came through on the screen to the audience because of just good storytelling.
Right.
There was a little bit of a slow for me, and that would be, I feel, the part where he
Are
has
we
to.
doing spoilers?
It's not necessarily a spoiler, but
Okay.
when they go on their little field trip, that
Field
was
trip.
a little bit of a slow. It was kind of like their take of a montage, like a training montage with
Montage.
music in the background, and it was just scene, laughter.
How about the fact
You know.
that you talk about scene? It takes place in 1970.
71.
Well, the New Year's
Yeah.
of 71. Yeah, it's a Christmas of 70 and then New Year's 71. But the detail, even like the film stock, looks like it's
Yeah.
from the 70s, and then maybe they did use it. I don't know. I didn't read much into it, but it's got a whole 70s vibe. They did great production.
Yeah.
The cars, the streets, the people, the
The
wardrobe,
clothes.
wardrobe. It's a great attention to detail.
Yeah. It was a good movie. It was probably pretty cheap to make.
Yeah, it's an independent film, sure.
I hope this movie actually gets a good viewing. Like, I hope people go see this movie. I recommend this movie.
It'll probably get some awards.
Yeah,
Maybe it already
hopefully.
got some. I'm not sure, but maybe like an Oscar or something.
Maybe. Definitely the best movie I've seen, I say, all year.
What have I given an 8 to? I can't
don't
even
think we've given
I don't even
anything.
think I've gotten it. I even considered, like, is it a 9? And I had to
Oppenheimer.
think.
We saw Oppenheimer.
Did we
but
give that 8s?
No, we gave it 8s.
We gave
I
Oppenheimer
think you
an
gave
8?
it a 7.
I think I gave it a. I don't even know if I gave it a 7.
I'd have
Did I
to.
give it
I'd
a
have
7?
to. I'd have to go back and look. You weren't too impressed.
This is better than Oppenheimer. This is
think-
better than Oppenheimer.
I agree. This movie. I say this movie was the best movie of 2023. We still have some time,
I gotta say, it probably is.
but I would give this an award if I had an award. Best movie 2023.
Pong Room Productions
Pong
rewards.
Room Productions Award.
Maybe we'll do like the end of 2023.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some
We'll
movies
do a
coming
recap,
out.
yeah.
December's got some big movies coming out
And
still too.
Napoleon's still coming out.
Napoleon.
We'll see.
That's in a few days.
But that's going to be a different vibe. The vibe of this movie was really good.
yeah, it was a nice movie.
Yeah, it made me want snow. It made me appreciate being in a warmer winter this year.
Yeah.
because they beat home the cold. Everyone's outside shoveling snow and breath,
Yep.
and of course like a cold, snowy Christmas type thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing is revolved around Christmas. Let's talk about that? That's in the trailer.
Yeah.
Basically, a couple kids get left behind. They don't get to go home. It's kind of like a thing. I never really thought of that, but
Me
it's
neither.
definitely a thing that happens.
It's a boarding school, right?
Yeah,
They live
yeah.
there, and it's a high school boarding school. Although there's young kids too, so it's like all elementary through high school boarding school. And yeah, the premise is that there's like just a handful, like 4 or 5 kids
Right.
who for various reasons, aren't going home for the holidays.
Yeah.
And
The trailers I feel did the movie no justice
I
because
agree. I agree with that.
it was centered around all Paul Giamatti and him being a crappy, mean,
And just really
like
like
a
way too whimsical and
yeah,
like quirky,
uh-huh.
whereas the movie is a lot more real,
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a little like jokish and a little like too on the head. Like, okay, we get it. He's goofy. He's just like,
Yeah, the
but
trailer doesn't do it justice.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's actually like he cares about his students and he kind of like, but he doesn't necessarily come off
Mm-hmm.
great because you're dealing with so many different personalities.
Right.
It's the typical clash of like teacher can't get to this student, but they got potential and
Mm-hmm. Right.
because of life and this and that.
Do you think it exceeded your expectations, this
It
film?
did.
It
It
mine
did.
too. Yeah. I came into it pretty open minded, but
Yeah,
it exceeded what I.
I did not think this was going to be good, and it turned out good. I thought it was gonna suck. I saw how long it was. It's another 2 hour movie,
Mm.
and unfortunately, I'm getting sick of 2 hour
You do
movies.
not like 2 hour movies.
I
That's
just
pretty standard.
now I
Two
like
hours is standard,
a
man.
good 90-minute movie would be refreshing.
That's really short. That's
Um,
like an action movie is 90 minutes.
but
Yeah.
I liked Paul Giamatti in this.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
I tell you what, like the fact that he was, in it,
Mm.
led me to believe like, oh, it must be a decent movie.
Yeah, yeah.
The trailer was kind of lame, but he's great in it. He's
Give
great,
a
yeah.
give a shout out to the kid actor. Don't know how old he is. He might be
I
older
missed
in
it.
real
It's his
life.
first performance, I
Yeah.
believe, in a film. Dominic Sessa, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Okay.
His character's name is Angus.
All right.
And also the female. It's three people who are the main characters. The character of Mary, played by Divine Joy Randolph, she was great.
She did good too.
She was really. It was moving. Some
Yeah.
of the parts that she was.
I don't
in,
want to
really.
spoil it, but she had all the emotional,
Mm-hmm.
but she was also like the warmth of the group
Yeah.
because she kind of made Paul Giamatti, who's the teacher's name is Paul, so we can just call
Yeah,
him
just
Paul.
call him Paul. Yeah,
They made him. She kind of like checked him when he was being too harsh,
right.
and they have like I wouldn't say romance, but like a
I was kind of waiting. Is there going to be something there?
I would say just like appreciation of just respect for each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And but like they were super kind to each other because they were both, let's say, alone.
Right.
And, in especially during Christmas and of course the kid was alone as well. I thought it was going to be 4 or 5 students the whole time, and it's just going to be babysitting movie. And
I'm glad they did it the way they did it, though.
Yeah. They knocked a few kids out, and it was refreshing because they were the weakest part of the movie.
Yeah, the kids were, and one of them was supposed to be an asshole.
Yeah.
And then two of the two young ones were fine. But yeah, unremarkable, and it's good that it focuses then on Angus, the character Angus, and Mary and Paul.
Yeah, it did good because their personalities weren't hitting, and it was a typical.
They had chemistry. Do you think that?
I mean, I can.
They had like a vibe. All three of them.
They did good together.
Yeah.
Like a family unit, like kind of like an unthought of good family team because it was family was in like the whole thing kinda. So it was like they're each other's family, but they're not family. They're not blood related, but they're like kind of having family moments together. So
I would even say this, like I'm thinking in my head, like who gave the best performance? I think it's a tie, a 3-way tie. I think all three of them were really good performances.
they all did good.
Does one stand out to you?
I don't know.
Exactly. I think there were 3 equally good performances.
I think they all need each other for the movie and the plot to persist.
if it had just been 2 of them, like if you
probably
took
wouldn't
out
have
one,
worked.
it wouldn't have worked. It's a good trifecta. Yeah.
Good acting there.
Very good acting.
good
Excellent,
acting.
excellent
Like,
acting.
they feed off of each other, you can say.
I would not be surprised to see one of them get a. I don't know who would be the main actor or the supporting actor. I guess because it's all 3 pretty equal parts.
Give the whole movie a good award.
Yeah.
The only thing, we're almost at 10 minutes, but let's jump into rewatchability. I would watch this again, and I would make this a Christmas movie,
I would watch it again, and I'd like to bring someone who hasn't seen it to watch it. Like
yeah.
I'd like to,
Especially in movie theater. 'Cause
yeah,
you kinda,
it's a movie.
You would like to, like, I didn't want to use the bathroom. I didn't want to go get more popcorn. I was like, I'm going to miss something. I was actually like, I kind of want to see how this plays out. So I was in a rush to get back to watch more.
So what's your number for rewatchability?
I'm gonna go with an 8 on rewatchability
I'm gonna throw it an
because
8. I'm gonna throw it an
we're
8.
giving eights all around. Because I will watch this again.
I will watch it again.
Either maybe not in a movie theater, but definitely on television.
Yeah, and if I'm with someone, I'll be like, "Hey, you should watch the
I
movie.
would
It's a good
suggest
movie."
it. Yeah, it's just a overall good movie, and it was refreshing. Finally, I
Yeah.
needed a good movie.
Yeah, it's been a rough year with
been
movies.
rough,
I
yeah.
mean, nothing really
Let
stood
down,
out.
just
Yeah,
being let down.
let down.
My biggest letdown. Let's comment down below. What was your biggest movie letdown that you got
Wow.
hyped for? You saw it and you were like, it turned out to be garbage.
Two pop in my head.
You go, I'll go.
Guardians 3,
Wow.
huge letdown.
Wow.
And then tied with it is Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer, really,
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I liked Oppenheimer, but my biggest letdown was
I liked 50% of it. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Go
John
ahead.
Wick 4.
Was it really? Come on, man. I mean,
I knew
they're all silly.
I was ready for the silliness, but I knew they were gonna get too grand, and it was gonna be more of a budget movie, like a Fast and the Furious skeptical.
Hold on, let me just think for a second. Did that wrap the whole thing up, or is there going to be more?
They're talking about a fifth one now.
Oh my god,
Keanu wants
I thought
to
it was.
do it.
I thought it was pretty much over. Didn't they kind of wrap it all up?
It's not finalized. They're like they're brainstorming.
It's all about the math of the money.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to make enough money to justify?
Yeah, and we're all going to get paid. Is it going to make it? It made a lot of money though. It
So
did.
John Wick, and give me a second film that was a letdown. What pops in your head first?
Worst movie is the Marvels. Let's just say
Oh,
that
come
now.
on. It's not the worst.
Well, I don't know because I like that movie Sisu even better than the Marvels.
Oh, they're such different movies.
Yeah,
oh
no.
my god, one's like a pure guy movie, just ridiculous.
Right,
Rambo,
unstoppable.
It's
old
just
man.
basically. It was basically what was it, Swedish Rambo
Yeah, it
or
was
something?
Swedish Rambo.
Was he Swedish or Danish?
I don't
One
know.
of those.
He was
yeah.
just a farmer,
So,
and
it's
all
insulting
he
we are
wanted
to
was
her.
his gold.
It's all he was about
That's
that
it.
gold.
But rewatchability an 8, overall an 8. Paul Giamatti
Have
did
we
good.
given anything a 9 this year? No,
I don't think so.
nothing's gotten to a 9.
Nothing's even gotten a 10.
Forget about a 10. Yeah.
Or I don't think a 10 is possible.
I got to say, so far, granted, we still got a couple of weeks. We got 6 weeks left or 5 weeks left of the year, and December has big,
I don't think a 10's happening.
I don't see a 10 happening, but there might be another 8 there.
I think a 10 would be like a really funny throwback comedy that's 90 minutes long.
You are obsessed with the time. Dude, we sat through a 3.5-hour movie, the Flower Moon, Killers of the Flower Moon.
I would say that was my second biggest disappointment.
It was what I expected it to be.
I would say that.
It was what I expected.
Well, guys, go see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely go see it. It's the best movie in theaters right now.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is the trailers didn't do it justice.
Yeah.
But it's one of those. I have no high hopes, and you're going to leave the movie theater nice and happy.
Yeah.
And you're just going to be in a good mood. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Good movie.
You're going to be refreshed, and
Yep.
you're going to feel good.
The Holdovers.
The Holdovers.
The first good movie of 2023.
Took a while.
Took
but we
a
got
long
there.
time.
Yeah, it took a long time.
All right, guys, comment down below what was your biggest movie letdown, and if you did see this movie, comment down below who do you think was the best actor or actress
Yes.
of the entire cast.
You and I are pretty much at a tie on that one. We can't really. Can you give an edge to somebody? I can't.
I can't give an edge.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That all 3 performances are such high caliber.
Normally, I would go with the guy it's his first movie or maybe first breakout movie on IMDb.
That gives him a lot. But Divine Joy Randolph,
she did really well.
This
too.
is probably her biggest. I'm sure this is her biggest role from what I read in IMDb and all that.
Yeah, the kid was good too. And
he was great.
And then Paul Giamatti
he's a great actor.
He does good. He does good. But yeah, that's it. We're wrapping it up. 8.
Wrap it up. 8s.
8.
8s all around.
8s all around. 4 8s.
4 8s.
See you guys.